Warning: the following content may contain spoilers for film and television programs. It is also intended for mature audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
Ahoy, all of you flick freaks out there, what is going on? My name is Andrew, and welcome to episode 56 of the Flick Freak Podcast. Joining me as always, we have the king of the doldrums, Brian Vaughn.
Once again, in a pretty solid mood.
Really?
Not as early today.
I feel like I'm disappointing everyone.
A little bit. And the radish ravinator, Michael Boykin.
That's me.
And rounding this whole thing out, we have the wrong half of Hollywood, Jareth Mooneyham.
I am also here.
Yay.
That is his real name.
So, guys, before we begin with the whole thing, I promised Mike and Jared, Brian, you will not hear for this, but it actually kind of relates to you. I'm calling this the Taco Bell story.
Excellent.
Then it definitely relates to me one way or another.
So, Brian and I, we were at a poker game last night. It went on until like 1:30 in the morning. And I won. I'm just going to throw that out there. And on my way back home, I'm like, you know what? I'm really hungry. I'm going to stop at Taco Bell. And the conversation...
So far, I completely approve of this story.
Okay. Just so everybody knows, the conversation that follows is verbatim what happened, okay?
Great.
Not exaggerating anything.
Okay.
So, pull up to the drive-thru, and the gentleman through the voice box says, "Hello, welcome to Taco Bell. What can we get for you tonight?" And I said, "Hello, I'd like a volcano quesarito and a water with no ice." And he goes, "A what?" I'm like, "A volcano quesarito and a water with no ice." He's like, "Yeah, I heard the volcano quesarito, but what? A water with no ice?" And I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, that's weird."
What?
And I go, "It's really not."
Yeah, what do you really reply?
No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's really not. He goes, and I swear to God, he goes, "What, do you have something against ice or something?"
What the fuck?
So this guy was having a time.
And I was like, "No, I just have sensitive teeth. Dude, no ice." He's like, "All right."
Okay.
Pull around, 8 something. It wasn't 8, but it was like 4 or something. So I pull around, and he's like, "You got a cool mustache."
What?
And then guess what? He fucking gave me ice. Because the
Yeah.
guy had to have been a human being for less than 24 hours.
He was just figuring it all out.
Yeah.
See, I kind of initially thought this might go after you're like, well, I have sensitive teeth. And then like fast forward to 2 hours from there and you're having like a heart-to-heart on like a park bench somewhere telling your life story.
I want to know, am I crazy for not wanting ice? Is this like...
Human beings have been drinking water without ice for centuries.
Right here, water, no ice.
Yeah, I'm an ice guy, but I know a lot of people that are iceless.
Yeah, I am hashtag iceless.
Hashtag iceless.
That okay?
We're branding.
We are branding.
Get
We're going to
ready,
talk
Twitter.
about that later on, how we're branding, and that's going to be a new shirt. Hashtag Team Iceless.
I like it.
So
Sounds really close to ISIS. So
Yeah, I was about to say, we
Yeah.
might want to dial that one. Rein
no,
that one
I think
back
that's
in.
how we're going to
Yeah.
sell shirts.
Hashtag support iceless.
Sound a little bit like we're...
Hashtag support Iceless.
Hashtag
How many-
iceless warrior.
How many shirts do you think we would sell? Support Iceless.
I mean, I think someone would buy it.
Well,
I
I
think
would
somebody-
wear it.
The real question is, how many shirts will we sell before somebody firebombs us?
I don't know.
Mm.
Okay, so
Glitter bombs instead.
clitoris bombs.
Hashtag
Ah.
flip bomb.
What is it? Is that just like a bomb that shrapnel's clitori?
Ah!
It's just a bomb that's really important to mess around with.
Yeah. Don't forget the clitoris bomb. That's another shirt. All right, guys, we're going to jump into this Did You See That opinion of the week. Before I just throw one out there, did you think of any last minute ones?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's on you.
Yep.
So Netflix just released season 1 of iZombie.
Okay.
And surprisingly, not a terrible show.
That
Okay.
is
It's
very
not-
surprising.
It's not great, but I watched the entire season because I wanted to. So it's not like I was forcing myself to watch it.
Yeah, that like splash page that it has on Netflix right now. I mean,
Yeah.
It makes me want to beat the controller into my own face.
yeah, that's like I don't want to watch that very much at all.
Well, there was nothing else on really because I'd watched everything else on Netflix. And,
I believe it.
And I saw that and I'm like, you know what? It's CW, I think is what. So I'm like, you know what? They've done well with Arrow and The Flash. I'll give this a go. So that's why I watched it. And yeah, season 1, not that bad.
Okay.
Because it's just forget that she's a zombie and it's a good show because she's really not a zombie. She can talk, she can have conversations, she can decide not to eat. And
Because it really doesn't matter if she eats, right?
yeah, well, if she doesn't eat, that's when she would turn into what we consider a zombie.
Oh.
But she works at a morgue, and to stay normal, she has to eat human brains. So whenever she's doing an autopsy, she'll eat a little bit of somebody's brain. But whenever she does that, she takes on their personality, and she gets flashbacks of how that person died. So she uses those to solve their murders.
I see. So, like, how long until there's like that big conflict burst where like the detective is like, "Yo, someone ate this guy's brain." Like,
Yeah,
The detective, still not yet. Her mortician guy that she works with, 4 minutes into the show.
okay. So why are you eating brains?
Yeah, that's 4 minutes
That's
into the
weird.
show. No, he literally goes, "Oh, so you're a zombie, huh?" Because like he looks around the corner and sees her eating brains. Like, "Oh, you're a zombie."
So is that like normal in this world then?
No,
Okay, so then he's taking it really well that she's defacing a corpse.
Because, like, if I saw that, I would not say anything directly to the person.
I'd probably go to
At
like
all.
get somebody.
I would go get a number of people.
He took it shockingly well.
Great.
Of course.
But his character's funny enough to where I forgave him. He's the
He's
comic
kind of
relief.
He's a
of the
ridiculous person, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Someone is
I'll
at
do
the
that.
door.
Oh, I bet it's Amazon.
Amazon might be at the door.
There's
we'll have to
Amazonians
improvise
out
while
there?
Andrew answers his door.
Vamping. That's what this is
So-
called. Vamping.
I just wish anyone at all was
Amazonians.
as forgiving toward me for any mistake that I've made as that detective is in regards to the brain eating. Andrew,
an
Andrew has a
unboxing.
box.
It's Loot
Hold
Crate.
on, I have to. I don't want to, but I have to. What's in the box?
What's in the box? Unfortunately, we won't know what's in the box until after the podcast.
Why?
We do unboxing videos on the channel.
Ugh.
I know. So I don't even get to know what's in the box yet. All right, guys. So iZombie, if you need something to watch, it's a good watch on
Yep.
Netflix.
If you're bored, check it
Gonna
out.
pass it up.
But there are a plethora of other good shows on Netflix. that
That's
you
true.
could watch.
I can attest to that fact.
For instance, I haven't watched Fargo yet, so
You should do that.
yeah,
That's okay. After you watch Seven Samurai,
which eventually will happen.
and after you watch Apocalypto.
Yes.
So, did we ever give Jareth anything to watch?
No, we should.
No, you should. What would
You-
Sheriff just hate to watch?
We need to give Jareth something to watch, and you guys need to recommend something
What
for
the
me to
fuck
watch.
haven't you seen though?
See, that's the thing. I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of
seen
shit.
a lot of
Have you
shit,
seen
man.
D's nuts?
I've seen some
boy.
shit, man. Okay,
I know we could recommend you a video game,
there we go.
but the problem is a video game that I would want to recommend you. That the difference is it would take
It can't be a PC game because my laptop is the shittiest thing on the planet.
What if it's an old PC game?
If it would run on my laptop, then go for it. I would play it.
I know PC games that run on an abacus, so.
Oh. I thought you were going to say you know a PC game that could run on an avocado, but
Okay.
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Load it up. Beep, beep, beep.
we're totally going off the rails here. Something you hate that everybody else loves. For me, it's guacamole. I was thinking
I
avocado.
love guacamole.
Hate
So something
guacamole.
I hate that everyone else loves: onions.
Love onions.
Yeah.
I despise
onions.
onions and guacamole.
Mm.
Well, you're a piece of shit, Jareth.
Nailed it.
Mike,
I don't hate that many things.
What a dick.
Well, you can't eat a lot of things now.
I can't eat
Out of
things with
choice.
meat. I'm actually more of a flagitarian, which makes it sound like I eat flesh. but
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
really what I was thinking. Like, are you in iZombie?
Where like occasionally it happens that I eat meat and I'm like,
Yeah,
So
fuck
once
it.
in a while, you have a meat dalliance.
you could say that.
Yeah.
Like, you haven't eaten anything, and then you see a pepperoni pizza, you're like, fuck it? Or it's an accidental thing?
It could be accidental, or it's like, for instance, Thanksgiving.
Oh.
I'm
Oh,
eating meat.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
fuck it, I'm not going to be an asshole.
No,
and
it's
like,
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm right there with you. I understand now.
The-
Okay. So, guys, I think...
We need to settle this issue. We need to find something for you and Jareth to be doing.
Okay.
what should Jareth watch?
I'm trying to think of something that I just don't think Jareth would enjoy.
I don't think that's the angle we should do.
No,
maybe he would, but he wouldn't normally watch.
That's
I
better.
guess that's probably
Something
a
that
better
I'd be
way.
interested to see his opinion on.
How,
is what I'm trying to
Jared,
think
do you
of.
watch a lot of drama films?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't even know if that was what did you just say? It
I
sounded
heard-
like,
I don't even think you like made an enunciation on a single syllable. We just made it one elongated thing.
yeah.
Recently, I haven't really watched too many movies at all.
Like,
So.
has Jareth, have you...
Because I can think of like foreign language films that I would recommend for you to watch.
What's one of them?
City of God.
Okay, that's one I need to watch.
yeah.
Oh, really? You haven't seen City of God?
That's good.
Man, that's a good movie. So yeah, you will watch that vicariously with.
So Jareth, that's Jareth's then, we've decided.
Okay, and then Mike,
Okay, and
since
then
you can watch it too.
Andrew, we need something for Andrew.
A video game.
I have no fucking because the only thing I can think of that you probably haven't played is a PC game,
Yes,
but we can't do that.
I'll let you know right now the PC games I've played. I've played World of Warcraft, which I played a lot of. I actually was like an in-game raider back whenever Lich King was out.
We can edit that out if you want later.
Yeah,
No, loud and proud. But yeah, that's
Well, later
about
I'm
it.
about to reveal my affiliation that could be considered embarrassing. So
So yeah, that was it for me. Was World of
Yeah.
Warcraft, and I think whenever I was a kid, I played Doom.
Wow.
Oh, I returned to Castle Wolfenstein.
Right. Okay.
But other than that, no, I've been a hardcore console gamer my entire life. From Atari to now.
this is a difficult
It's
proposition.
pretty hard.
How about this? How about I talk about our Patreon campaign
Ooh,
while
can we
you
make
guys
him?
think?
Can we make him watch a horror movie? Since he
I
doesn't
don't
like
watch
them?
horror films, so
Oh, that's why I was going to make you watch one.
yeah, I would do it.
Oh,
He's so-
now I feel bad though. I don't. Yeah, I
I'm
feel
the
like
same
that's-
way about horror films. Actually, I'm too.
Well, you guys know my thing. I had to sleep like lights on and stuff.
Right.
Like
Okay.
that, so.
Yeah.
Have
But,
you seen
yeah.
The Evil Dead?
Oh yeah, that's not
Yeah.
really a horror film. Well,
really
it's,
stretching there, aren't you, Jared?
it.
Have you seen a movie everyone's seen?
Okay, I will say this.
He said he doesn't watch them.
Recommend
Yeah,
for
that's
me
true.
the scariest movie you've ever seen, and I will watch it.
Jareth.
Event Horizon for me, man.
Event Horizon.
That
Okay.
movie just somehow pushes my
Actually,
buttons.
can we just have Andrew watch that because
Yeah.
we were part of an Event Horizon viewing spectacle.
I think that's on
At one
Netflix
time.
too. So
Yeah. No, and that's actually a.
a fairly new
I think it's-
movie, isn't it?
No, it's like
no.
20 years old.
Is it? Okay. Well, 20 years old is like the 90s, and for me, the 90s are yesterday.
No,
so
I'm having trouble coping with that as well. But in reality, it's like 20 years old.
I'm going to bring up what I sent you on Facebook.
You might as well, even though my hair gets grayer as we discuss it.
So I was just looking around on Google because that's what people do nowadays. And I found out that Brian and I are the same age Sylvester Stallone was whenever he made Rocky.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's that.
So I know what? I think we look a lot better than what Sylvester Stallone did back in
I
the
also,
60s. or
as
70s.
a person that plays music, I realized I can't be that much of any kind of a luminary because I made it past 27 alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
buddy.
You know,
Yeah.
But there are pluses and minuses to that. Like I'm not dead, so
I was just about.
Is
to
that
bring
a
up the
plus
fact
or
that-
a minus?
I haven't figured it out yet. But I mean, only time will tell.
Yeah.
For my biology class, we had to do a life expectancy ratio for people now and the people who lived in the 1800s, and I actually had to look through 200 obituaries to like find out when this person died, when this person died. The life expectancy of like somebody in the 1800s was
nothing.
oh my god, like child mortality was like the worst. It was
Yeah.
like half of the people died when they were like 1. And I'm not even joking.
No,
The-
yeah.
the- But then, like, the other end of that was, like, people who lived to 90. So the life expectancy ended up somewhere around, like, 37.
Right.
Yeah, if
So
you
weird.
made it past being a baby and don't get eaten by something or killed in a war, then
Yeah.
you're probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you get a chance, anyone who hasn't, you should listen to Patton Oswalt's bit on natural childbirth.
Oh, God, it's one of the
which
funniest things
deals
ever.
with some of those things.
Wolverine
So
will
great.
sneak in and steal the afterbirth.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Dig a birthing trench. During a hailstorm.
Did
That
you
guy
do
is so funny.
He's great. Did you do the Patreon thing?
We're going to do it right
I
now.
wasn't
Okay,
paying
I didn't
attention.
know if you did it, and I was deep in thought about what to make people watch.
No, we talked about childbirth instead. So everybody, we have a Patreon campaign. You can give as little as $1 a month to help make this channel and the podcast better, because we're all going to make the channel better together. We have just got our first Patreon supporter not too long ago, and we'd like to say thank you once again for doing that. Who is going to be number 2? Will it be you? I don't know. Can't predict the future. But moving on, guys.
Hashtag number 2.
Hashtag number 2.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
That could be a problem.
Lip poop.
Hashtag 2.
Can we only make hashtags that are like really like ambiguous or serious problems for us?
Yes.
What has more hashtags, this particular podcast or the Kansas City Royals?
The answer to that, well, we can beat them yet.
We can beat
We
them?
can
Okay.
beat them.
While the
Hashtag
poker,
take the crown.
Can
while
I make
we were playing the poker game last night, we were watching the baseball game.
I
The
was just
first
getting
ba-
increasingly angry.
The first
about-
baseball game I've watched in I don't know how many years because I hate baseball.
Mhm.
But just watching Brian just get more livid as the night went on was like enough to like make baseball interesting for me.
No, I firmly believe anyone, if they were to watch the right game with me, would be entertained on it by proxy.
That's not a ringing endorsement, buddy.
It is not.
No. Well, if you want to see me, the real thing to do would be to just put alcohol beside me and then have me watch it.
But that's with it. Pretty much anything. If we put alcohol beside you or near you, you
Yeah.
become pretty amusing.
he doesn't
Usually.
have to drink it, it just has to be near.
It has to be near me so that I can absorb its powers.
All right, guys, let's move into the top 10 news segment here.
Breaking news.
Coming in at number 1, we have Alan Tudyk, who we know from Firefly and Dollhouse and many other things. He was originally Troy Baker's character in the upcoming Uncharted 4 game.
Yeah.
But he says he was lucky to get out of it. So
Wow.
if everybody...
I'm disappointed
Yeah, well, the fact that Alan Tudyk was going to be in it, or
That
the
he's
fact
not.
that... Oh, okay.
because I like the Uncharted games. I don't care.
Oh, I do too. I think they're great, but the fact that
I
he's
played
saying
the
he,
first one.
You said that like it's like really like weird that you like them.
Yeah,
but
If it's a
they're
video
very
game
well
and I like it, I
received.
assume it's probably not a good thing.
Uncharted is actually like one of the most heralded video game series ever.
Suck it, gamers.
So, yeah, this is actually a bit of like hesitance for me on the game for the fact that everybody thinks it's going to be the best one.
Yeah.
And the fact that Alan Tudyk, who's very respectable, says that he was lucky to get out. I have his actual quote here on his whole experience on voicing, because Troy Baker, the infamous video game voice actor, has taken over his role. This is what Alan Tudyk said about his experience working as a voice actor for Naughty Dog. Starting off, I didn't like it. I left because they decided to go a different way with it, and so when they did that, when they changed leadership, it made my contract null and void, and I was able to take that opportunity to walk away. Which was great because I got the experience of doing it. Todd Stashwick was in that as well, and he did the same thing I did, which was, yeah, we're going to leave now. y'all are making some weird changes. We're going to leave.
Not a ringing endorsement.
No, but I don't know how much of an indictment of the actual game it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so I'm not for sure, but do you remember a long time ago, back whenever everybody was either fired or quit working at Naughty Dog?
Wow, yeah.
Do you remember like when that happened, like 4 or 5 months ago? Like the main writer for Uncharted and The Last of Us left Naughty Dog.
Fuck, what's his name?
I forget his name, but I think this was taking place around the same time because Naughty Dog now is a totally different set of, not a totally different, but like the main people at Naughty Dog are like not the same people that we knew from Uncharted 1 and 3 and The Last of Us. Because ever since that team got there, Naughty Dog just like start killing it left and right with games. I say left and right, even though they came out with a game like every 3 years, but still. You're gonna have to look up what was the guy's name.
Neil Druckmann.
Neil, yes, thank you so much for that.
He's he's not employed at Naughty Dog anymore.
No, it was a woman. It was a woman who used to work at Naughty Dog.
Oh, okay.
And now I think she actually went to go work on Star Wars Battlefront. I think she did. Anywho, so yeah, what do you guys think of Alan Tudyk saying he was lucky to get out? Do you think are you undeterred at all by this? You're like, no, I'm going to be getting
Completely.
Uncharted 4 and...
By my understanding, the nature of working as a voice actor is hugely different from being an actor.
Yeah.
I think Alan Tudyk's experience, and he does a lot of voice work, but a lot of his voice work is for major motion picture studios. So I imagine coming to a video game, maybe the work hours were ridiculous. Maybe they had different expectations for him. Because one thing that will really happen is they will give you a script and you're going to spend a week working on this, and then they're going to say, nah, doesn't work, throwing it out, doesn't work with the animators, and they make a new script. So something like that could have happened, and that's not.
Unless we're talking about a game like Destiny, then they do that like 5 million times.
Yeah. So,
until the week that the game is released.
I'm not for sure. Maybe you guys do. Does Uncharted and Naughty Dog, do they do motion capture?
Yes.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not in booth. Well, it's possible that like some lines are, but I was like curious, like if he was like deterred by the motion capture aspect of it. I don't know.
That could be as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's again the nature of the working habits for voice acting, and I keep wanting to say regular acting, but whatever.
Yeah, where you have to be in it.
Mainstream acting.
Yeah. They're very different. So
I would still probably get Uncharted 4.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Alan Tudyk's an asshole at all. I think that's not what I'm saying. I didn't
mean to throw off that kind of. That's not what I was trying to say.
No.
I think we all believe in Alan Tudyk.
We all believe in Alan Tudyk, and we all believe in Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
I'll be voting for Alan Tudyk for president.
It seems like it just seems like one of those creative differences type of deal.
Yeah,
I actually don't care for Uncharted that much.
I could see how some people would be deterred. It's just not a game for everyone. There's no game that's for everybody besides Tetris.
Agreed.
Fair enough.
So,
I hate Tetris.
Speaking of people leaving video games developers, it's time for our monthly soap opera checkup with Konami and Hideo Kojima. So, Konami has officially said that Hideo Kojima is officially on vacation.
How nice for him.
So they said his official last day was October 9th, was his official last day.
Right.
So I'm gathering from, his official last day was October 9th. It's the end of the month now, and he's on vacation.
Yeah.
What I'm guessing, what I'm trying to figure out is it like he accrued vacation time and it's one of those...
He's like, I'm cashing these bitches in.
Cash it in and use it like paid vacation?
Yeah, okay.
Is that kind of what this is? Or Konami is the most fucking confusing company in the video game world ever. I don't understand what the fuck they are doing.
Just being evil.
Well, not to mention that they're straight up abusing some of their strongest ISPs.
Yeah.
Like
It's
the alienation and degradation of like their entire company, pretty much.
So do you guys think that this is the last Metal Gear Solid we're gonna see?
no
How's it gonna be?
iOS,
Ugh.
pachinko.
Oh, I see. Okay.
A pachinko Metal Gear Solid?
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess what I mean is this gonna be the last, or are we gonna see Metal Gear Solid 6?
If we do, I would see Konami selling the rights to Metal Gear. If there was going to be a huge Metal Gear 6 game, I would put money down that Konami doesn't publish it. I think that they would sell the rights off to
Somebody would be glad to pick it up, I'm sure.
Yeah.
who do you think could take that mantle?
Probably a big public EA, Activision.
Like Square Enix or
EA'd be happy to get anything. Then they're like, yeah, sure. You're selling, we'll buy.
Yeah. And EA could use a huge property like that, so.
Does anybody else use that Fox engine?
No.
Just Konami?
I don't know.
I don't know if they like license that out like the Unreal engine where you can find it in every single game ever.
I don't recall seeing Fox Engine on any other game, but it could be on a game I've never played.
Dude, if Konami were to license the Fox engine, they would be making bank.
So this is just a fox that runs around in a wheel and it powers.
Yeah.
An
Yes.
engine, yeah, and makes
Yes.
cargo. Yeah.
Good,
And
good imagination.
surprisingly efficient. Surprisingly efficient.
Sounds
Speaking
awesome.
of foxes, I watched a video on Facebook of like a fox playing with a ball. It's the most adorable
Pretty
thing I've
adorable,
ever
isn't
seen.
it? Yeah.
They're like cat dogs.
Cat dog.
Breaking news!
Cat-
Jareth has been on YouTube and he has seen a video of a fox.
It was on Facebook,
Breaking news!
which
Jared-
is actually far more bizarre for me.
Yeah.
Hey, so apparently the Fox engine
Yes.
was first used by Pro Evolution Soccer 2014.
Whoa.
Super weird.
That is very weird.
Do you evolve your soccer players into like giant mutant monsters?
Yeah, it's like Pokemon, but with a soccer ball.
Gotta catch them all.
Who makes Resident Evil right now?
Capcom?
Is it Capcom? I think that Capcom could make a Metal Gear Solid game. I think they
No,
could do it.
They're already too good at making things convoluted, and Metal Gear Solid doesn't need more.
See,
of
that's
that.
why I think that they would be really good at making. You know what, Capcom? They just need to drop everything they're doing right now and remake Dino Crisis. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dino Crisis was one of my favorite
But
original PlayStation games.
I don't know that I could play it if I knew that like 12-year-old kids were making the game in sweatshops. I don't think I could handle that.
They've been doing that for
I can be fine with that.
All right, so
They're
speaking
gonna be doing it anyway.
Speaking of children in sweatshops, Mythbusters has announced that this 14th season will be their last season.
I don't understand your segue.
That's the point.
There was a. So anyway,
Damn
yeah,
it, Jareth.
like, yeah, this was more or less gonna happen soon.
I am very, very upset by
Yeah,
this.
no, it sucks because they're good. I feel like they're one of those scientists that are those scientists that are using their powers for good. Kids watch those shows, they learn things.
It's
Shit
like when
blows up.
Bill Nye the Science Guy went off the air.
Yeah.
It's just, or Captain Kangaroo, or it wasn't Captain Kangaroo, it was it? Who was the other science show before Bill Nye?
I have never watched a science show.
There was like,
He doesn't believe in science.
apparently.
I found my
Believe in
microphone.
Foxes.
Really believe. Okay, but Mythbusters, man, I love this show, and I've watched every single episode. I really. So the 14th season, it starts in January. So
Yeah,
they say it's going to be the best season they've ever put out because they know it's their last.
cool.
So I'm excited for that. But at the same time, their show, it did push forward a generation of like innovators and people that wanted to go into the sciences.
Yeah,
And the fact that we're losing that makes me kind of nervous for like, what are kids going to be excited about now? You know,
Well, they'll find plenty to be excited about. All
Hey,
their Twitters and
I want to be a Kardashian.
All their Twitters.
yeah.
There's
old man Jareth.
the other I would think that
They're all going to be twitting each other and
yeah.
and
That just sounds gross.
Hashtag twit hard.
and twerking with their friends.
Hashtag twit twerk.
Hashtag quit twerk. All right. Speaking of
Twerking.
twerking, JFK's World War II experience will be adapted into a film titled Mayday 109.
actually a surprisingly apt segue since he is the inventor of the twerk.
He really did. He
Yeah.
twerked all over Marilyn Monroe. Fun
all
fact.
over her face.
Dude, he was twerking all over her.
They did, just so that we understand each other, they did not have sex. He
What?
just danced weird on top of her.
No,
Oh, okay.
he also had sex with her. He's JF fucking K.
Stuff went places.
John fucking Kennedy.
Dude, I don't know why people don't talk about that as much, like how they were banging like left and right.
Well, JFK was banging everybody.
That's
he was
true.
quoted
But-
saying to his secretary
Quote,
that he would
unquote.
become physically ill if he didn't have sex with at least one woman a day that was not his wife.
That
Good
guy's
for him.
A luminary, if ever there was.
And we impeached Bill Clinton.
Yeah, seriously.
well,
But Bill Clinton wasn't as handsome.
I was about to say something truly terrible, but I'm not going to do that. So.
Also, weirdly,
Do
Bill
it.
Clinton met JFK, and JFK was like his idol. So,
Yeah.
adds
get
up.
it. So, JFK, he was, during World War II, he was on a patrol boat in the Pacific. And it was the patrol boat 109. So,
The number stood for the amount of women that he had sex with on that patrol boat.
yes.
Surprisingly, 0 women were on the patrol boat.
But according to him, 109 women were on the patrol boat
There were 109 other crewmen on the
who
boat.
had trouble walking in subsequent days.
Can we watch the movie that Jareth and Brian are making right now?
Yeah.
Because I like that a lot better.
Speaking of women in water, wait, was that Maria? No, didn't Emily Dickinson
Well-
kill herself, or was she an oven killer?
Wait, are we thinking of Sylvia Plath?
Sylvia Plath, she's the one who drowned, isn't she?
Okay.
Yeah. God damn it. I just
Wow.
ruined
Emily
that.
Dickinson's the one that lived alone in a house for like 10 years.
So, yeah, I totally
So
butchered that
Emily
entire
Dickinson was a
segue. I thought I
middle-aged
really
woman.
tied that one in. I'm like, yeah.
Your politically incorrect missile missed its mark, but there were a lot of civilian casualties.
Yeah, we are borderline should be shut down by someone
Yeah, we're
today, at least.
we're really walking that line
Luckily,
right now.
no one is in charge of us, so.
No.
Yeah. It's me, and I'm the one who's butchering this podcast.
I'm going to
so-
start an oversight committee.
There we go. So there's an Emily Dickinson biopic. They found their protagonist, actress, and Molly Shannon. Very interesting.
That's super weird.
I'm going to assume an Emily Dickinson movie is not going to be a comedy.
Yeah, I would put money on that. But you know what? I've seen Molly Shannon. Have you guys seen the movie Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl? The
No.
movie that just came out this year.
Nope.
Surprisingly, one of the best movies that's come out this year, and Molly Shannon is one of the main actresses in it, and she gives a remarkable performance.
Does she play me?
She does not play you or Earl or the Dying Girl.
Okay.
She plays Mom of Dying Girl.
Okay.
That's her character name?
Yes.
Awesome.
No, like, she's this mom who's just trying to hold it together to, like, make her daughter feel okay, and it's just a heartbreaking movie, but her performance is outstanding. Actually, a great cast. Like, Nick Offerman's in it.
Huh.
It's a really good movie. But, yeah, after seeing that movie, I would not be hesitant to see her play a serious role.
Yeah, it makes. I feel like of the people that in acting I'm surprised by least is like comedians going to dramatic roles.
Always
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. They can-
Especially an SNL alum, they can always do it.
It kind of goes back to, like, you hear actors say that comedy is a lot harder to do successfully.
right.
Yeah.
Kind of makes you, yeah, it makes it seem more natural for the transition to work. I mean, even people who seldom try it and should more, i.e. Will Ferrell or
Yeah.
Adam Sandler,
Yeah.
who mostly both make movies that are absolute just dumpster
Money
fires.
makers. Oh, okay. I thought so.
Just like good
People
Lord, I'll
pay to
never
see a
watch
dumpster
those.
fire.
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
but when they've tried dramatic things, it's worked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Stranger Than Fiction and Punch
Yeah.
Drunk Love.
Yeah.
Spanglish.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So another great example of a comedic actor who went on to do great things in drama, Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was doing Malcolm in the Middle for how many years? And
And he had
Power
that
Rangers, and then
Absolutely
he's
fantastic occasional role on Seinfeld.
yes.
Ugh.
Wasn't he the
Tim-
anti-dentite?
No, he was the dentist. Tim
Yeah.
Whatley. Yeah,
Yeah.
who would like drug people and it's really,
Oh, it was a great.
really great.
So speaking of, okay, how about we're going to reverse this? Dramatic actors going into comedies.
Yeah.
John Hamm has signed on to star in Edgar Wright's newest film, Baby Driver,
This excites me.
How do you know it's not going to be a dramatic film?
because it's Edgar Wright, and the
So?
synopsis of it says it's a comedy.
It could be.
Shut
yeah,
up.
you're
Jared.
kind of done now. You had a point for a second.
There goes my shoulder. Okay, so yeah, it stars Ansel Elgort, the weirdest name
Yeah.
ever for an actor.
Hate that kid's face.
Yeah, I
Wait.
do too. But he's always on the screen with Shailene Woodley, or however you say her name.
Seems like it.
And she is really hot.
She's a great actress.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that guy.
yeah.
Who's
I don't like
Ansel Elgort?
I
Have
don't
you
know
ever
who he
seen
is
like
either.
Divergent or
The Fault in Our Stars.
Fault in Our Stars?
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I've actively avoided seeing both magically.
Yeah, it's not magic.
I think it was just by choice.
No, it was magic, guys.
Like somebody locked him in a room and there was no escape, and he teleported out. Magic.
It's the only time he can teleport.
Only when I'm there.
You guys are always watching Divergent, and I have to teleport every other day.
Every fucking
Hey guys,
day.
I'm late for work. Can you watch Divergent?
Speaking of Edgar Wright, he has another movie coming out. The guy is just busy.
Awesome.
Whenever he got fired from Ant-Man, he's like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to make my own movies. Which it's unfortunate he got fired from Ant-Man because the movie, not that great.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
One of my least favorite Marvel films, really.
No,
No? Okay.
but I love the name of this film.
Yes. So Edgar Wright will team up with Johnny Depp for an adaptation of the short story, Fortunately, The Milk.
Yeah, that short story is by Neil Gaiman, who is one
It
of my
is.
favorite dudes.
Yes.
Writes some pretty jacked up stuff.
yes.
He does. Fortunately, The Milk is not jacked up. It's actually a children's
It's a
story.
children's book, right?
That don't
Yeah.
necessarily mean a bunch with him.
That's true. Because he wrote the Graveyard Book, which is really fucked up. And
Yeah.
it's for kids.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've seen Coraline, that's for kids too.
Yeah.
Coraline was Neil Gaiman? Wow.
Yeah. And
Did not know
Stardust, that's also Neil Gaiman.
Huh. Did not know that. Fun fact of the
Very
day for
diverse
me.
writer.
Yes. Speaking of diverse writers, the Coen Brothers script, Suburbicon, has found its
angrily
director.
through his outline.
Suburbicon has found its director in George Clooney. George Clooney stars in a lot of Coen Brothers movies. Now he's actually going to be behind the camera, or is it going to be one of those things where he directs and stars
I bet
in it?
he stars in it too.
Because,
Or I bet he has at least a influential acting
Yeah.
role.
yeah, I really like it whenever George Clooney directs stuff. A lot of his movies that he directs, pretty good.
Ides of March?
As of March,
Ooh, that one was really good.
yeah.
The movie with him,
It was a black and
It's-
white movie with him and not John. What's his stupidest name from High Fidelity?
Cusack.
John Cusack.
One of the people Jareth looks kind of like.
Yeah.
What?
He did the movie, why can't I think of what it's called? With Sam Rockwell, where he plays the game show host.
Yeah,
slash
that's
killer.
the one I'm thinking of. I think John Cusack's in that as well.
I don't
Here,
know.
how about this?
I
We
know
just
Sam
use,
Rockwell's in it.
How about we just use the wonders of technology to look this up?
Anyway, I'll watch this movie, though, because it has a Coen Brothers script.
So he's directed 8 movies. Good Night and Good Luck. He did Confessions of a Dangerous
that's what I
Mind,
was
which is the one you're thinking of. He also did Leatherheads, not the best movie,
No.
and The Monuments Men, which was okay.
Eh.
But
I felt very
Suburbicon.
disappointed by it.
I feel like you're listing it off, and I am now feeling underwhelmed by your earlier claims.
No, he's done. Okay,
You're
The
like, they're
Monuments-
super good, everything he does. And you're
No,
like,
Eyes of
okay,
March
one's
is really
and
good,
bad,
and so-
bad.
3 incredible movies and then 2 okay movies. I think that's pretty decent.
Yeah.
He's relatively new to the whole thing, too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's...
Laverne Cox, who we know from Orange is the New Black, has been cast as Dr. Frankenfurter in the Rocky Horror Picture Show being adapted for Fox.
Well, that's not going to work out.
Nope. As much as I like Laverne Cox, she's a remarkable actress. But I'm one of those people who couldn't give two shits about Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I am too, and I'm really glad to hear you say that.
Like,
'Cause I
everybody
really don't care.
blows their load all over that
Yeah.
movie and the play, and I don't get it.
I enjoy it, but this is
Not-
going to be a train wreck.
Yeah, not really a big, and it's on Fox.
Is it? I was gonna say, is it because of Fox that you think it's
Well,
going to be a
that's not
train
gonna help
wreck?
Well, no,
anything.
it doesn't need to be adapted to anything.
Yeah.
If you want to
Yeah,
watch
we're-
it, just watch it.
We're done. We have it.
Yeah.
Speaking of adaptations, this isn't actually on our list, so we're going to have 11 news items. There's going to be a new Harry Potter play that J.K. Rowling has made. It's part 1 and
I
2.
saw that.
Harry Potter and the something son, like that. It
Sounds right.
Yep. That
Harry Potter and the something son.
which, if I remember correctly, that is an adaptation of a fanfic.
Is it really?
I'm not
I
sure.
know it's going to be a play, but it's about Harry Potter grown up as an adult.
Will Mr. Daniel Radcliffe be in that?
He will not.
And he
So
likes
they're-
plays.
So they're going to try and find somebody in their late 30s, early 40s.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Who do you think they could get? Maybe like Benedict Cumberbatch.
I
or-
know. It's just I'm never going to see it because it's a play, and I live in Missouri.
Well, I've actually watched
They,
recordings of
yeah,
plays.
they'll record those for you, and you can watch them.
Like,
How
I
high
watched-
of quality will this be?
They're actually really good, high quality. Like I watched Danny
Use
Boyle.
an iPhone.
It's
Danny
like watching.
Boyle-
Like seeing a play filmed is necessarily what you're supposed to be doing with it.
You're not, but if it's your only option, you need to check it
Yeah.
out because Danny Boyle directed Benedict Cumberbatch in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And it was remarkable. I only saw one of them. I only saw the one where Benedict Cumberbatch played Victor Frankenstein. I never saw the one where he played Adam. Because every single night they did it, the two main actors went back and forth between playing
Oh, that's
Adam,
kinda cool.
Adam the monster and Victor Frankenstein. And never saw the other way around. But it was damn good. The last thing we're going to be talking about, Netflix. Brian, how happy are you about
Yeah,
this?
can I just say
Go for it, my friend.
Netflix will be bringing back Gilmore Girls for life for an additional, from what I've read in depth, one season, which will just be 4 90-minute episodes. So kind of 4 movie-ish length episodes.
Wow, you are
Jesus
shitting
with
Christ.
the original cast intact, except for Edward Herman, who's dead.
He's pretty dead.
Yes.
They're not bringing him back to life for this.
I mean,
They did.
tried.
They are bringing a lot of stuff back to life here.
They,
so,
I know, and we were just talking. I mean, some of the material we've discussed. Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
Frankenstein.
So I'm pretty excited about this. I stand alone in that, but I am.
Yes,
I'm pretty
you do.
fired up.
What is it about Gilmore Girls that you just found so
It's great.
addicting?
It's like the exact right kind of show like that. Like the acting's good, the dialogue's written extremely well. The stuff that happens is realistic. Like no things don't really work out a lot.
Is what
Uh,
Turk Turkelson said about Gilmore Girls correct? And Gilmore Girls speak so fast, but they speak so true.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
No.
do talk really fucking fast.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a unique show that did a lot of things well. I like it a lot.
Well, you've actually kind of made me want to watch the show
Yeah.
because you talk about it all the time, and I'm like, is
I
there really
feel like
something-
it's come up a lot.
Well, guys, let's just get together a couple nights a week
Have
and
a
watch
Gilmore
catch up.
Girl.
we could
Yeah.
watch a couple
Viewing
episodes
parties.
after each of our Divergent viewings.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
Yeah.
Guys, I won't be able to be here for that.
because you're gonna magically teleport. Well, if for some ungodly reason you're still listening to this podcast where we've offended every single demographic on the planet, if you want to give us some money, we launched a store. Guys, we're in the business of making money now.
Yeah.
You can buy t-shirts, book bags, coffee mugs, phone tablet cases, and a whole plethora of
Butt
other
plugs.
knickknacks. You can go to shop.spreadshirt.com/flickfreaks to find all of our great apparel and wares.
Hashtag clothing.
Hashtag clothing. You tried on that one, but it just kind of fell flat.
Nothing came in there.
Hashtag wear
That's what she
my
said.
face.
Guys, I think it's time to move on to trailer talk now. Some decent trailers, one of the greatest trailers that have ever been put out, possibly the greatest trailer that's ever been put out, and then one just bleh. So let's start off with one that's fairly decent. Jane Got a Gun. It's a Western movie coming out starring Natalie Portman, Joel Edgerton, and Ewan McGregor.
I'm sorry. Do you mean Owen McGregor?
Owen McGregor.
Oh, yes, for Jareth, who thought his name was Owen
He
McGregor.
literally believed that now.
Yeah.
Like until moments
until
ago.
moments before we started the podcast.
I'm sure at some point or another I have called him by his correct name.
I don't think you have.
So this movie's directed by Gavin O'Connor, who is a very well-known actor. We know him from such movies as The Prince, Pride and Glory, and Warrior.
Oh, okay.
Also,
So he's
Joel Edgerton.
so he's
there.
starring in it and directing it.
Yes.
Okay.
So actually, is he going to be in this movie? No, he's not actually not going to be acting in this movie.
Oh, I thought
You know who I think would have been an interesting choice for one of the roles in this movie is Ewan Wilson.
Ewan Wilson, yes.
you were sitting back and thinking, "What's an Owen?"
Yes,
What's an
I
Owen?
was. That is exactly what I've been saying.
Brienne, I don't like these jokes you're making.
I can't make fun of your name any more than it already has done for
You
itself.
either, Michelle.
Mishael. What about Andrew? Can you do anything with that?
Andro.
Anders. Anders. My last name's just weird enough already. Goddamn Scandinavians. So, yeah, Jane Got a Gun. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good.
You summed it up when you said fairly decent.
Yeah.
Fairly decent.
And you're a big Western.
I'm a big Western advocate. And the fact that Gavin O'Connor did it, I loved Warrior. Thought it was a magnificent film.
I also was a big fan of Warrior.
And Pride and Glory was a pretty good movie. So,
All right.
The trailer did give off a very whelming vibe.
yes.
Jareth feels well.
Not over or under, just whelming.
Yeah.
All right.
I am thoroughly whelmed.
Now, how do you feel about our next film?
You know what? I don't think I hated this trailer as much as you guys did. So, we're going to be talking about a little film called Dad's Army, starring Catherine Zeta-Jones, Bill Nighy, Michael Gambon, Toby Jones, and a whole bunch of other old men.
All British.
Yes.
All British.
Yes. So it's directed by Oliver Parker, who gave us like the Johnny English movies, stuff like that. The movie is about a bunch of old British soldiers during World War II who find out in this little town that they live in, a German spy has slithered in to the public. And they got to try and find out who it is. I'm going to put money now. It's Catherine Zeta-Jones is the German spy.
Yeah.
There's
it has
a pretty
to be.
good chance.
Yeah.
Either that or they're going to actively use her as a red herring.
It's actually based on an old British television show from back in the late 60s.
Actually, the
Okay.
idea behind it is pretty good.
It kind of has a what was Colonel Klink in? What was that show that there was the American soldiers and the British are in the Nazi camp?
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Heroes, thank you. It kind of has a Hogan's Heroes kind of vibe to it, except just flipped around.
Yeah, it's going to be Catherine.
Except that
Zeta-Jones.
the British aren't Nazis. But yeah, I would see this movie for free. Like if it quote unquote free, like if it was on Netflix or something like that, I would watch it.
Yeah. I wanted to laugh on this trailer because it's set up to be pretty funny. Those actors are all really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just kind of ended up being embarrassed.
Yeah, it just felt like a lot of trying.
Yeah.
Speaking of things on Netflix, Jessica Jones, we watched the trailer for that. Show looks fucking phenomenal.
That does.
I am
pretty cool.
so on board for this. Did you guys ever watch Daredevil?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was,
yeah.
It was good.
It was, yeah.
Wait,
So-
we're talking about the series, correct?
We're talking about both.
Mm.
Because I know
One,
you
unfortunately, the other, I'm very excited that I watched it.
yes.
Try and guess which one.
You
Divergent.
love Affleck.
Oh, yeah. All
So-
about Affleck.
So yeah, the Netflix Daredevil show was outstanding. I loved it. So knowing that they can make a dark and gritty version of that, I think that Jessica Jones and her story lends itself very well to the Netflix. I don't think a movie would really have, because
No.
she's not a very well-known superhero. She's like a C-list Marvel hero.
Yeah.
Which
And-
means they can actually do stuff with it. Without,
Exactly.
Hopefully without people being like, actually, in the comic book... Oh, God.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like them to avoid that even with the A-listers.
I would
but-
too, but it's harder for them to...
Yeah, because everybody's going
Pass
to get all
things through the
butthurt and
lens.
jerk off on the door. And
Yeah.
everything.
As they are wont to do.
You know how nerds are.
This show
I'll show
stars.
them. Haha, your hand will slip right off.
The show stars Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones. It stars Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, Rachel Taylor as Trish Walker, and the great David Tennant as Kilgrave, the Purple Man. He looks like an amazing villain.
Oh man,
Like,
I'm excited to see him in a role because the last thing I saw him in was Broadchurch,
Me as well.
and
Super good.
Of course, he's excellent in it. He's an excellent actor.
It's a lot more understated.
Does
Very-
it seem like he's just sort of sloping down the darker path? Because he was the best Doctor Who,
Yep.
and then he was this kind of not alcoholic, just this gritty, not giving a or how would you describe his character in Broadchurch? He was just
Brooding.
brooding. Yeah.
Brooding and
That's-
tormented.
It
Yes,
ends there,
tormented.
yeah.
That's a good word. Very good word. And now he's this evil, just shrouded in mystery figure. Like
Yeah.
you don't see him, but like little quick glimpses in this trailer.
It seems like, in terms of acting, he's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like it seems like he's got a performance. You
Yeah.
know, he'll really be in everyone's faces when he shows up, and
He's really capable of a lot of
a
intensity. so.
show stealer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
I am besides the very last one, obviously, this is the trailer I'm the most excited for.
This will be
Yeah.
like next month.
November 20th.
Yeah.
So less than a month away.
Cool.
And the great thing is it's on Netflix, so we
Do you mean
get all of them
December?
at once. What's it?
Did you say? Do you mean December 20th?
No.
No, it's November 20th, less than a month. It's still
Jareth, it's
October, buddy.
October.
What?
Yeah, it's not Halloween yet,
Oh
buddy.
God. Okay, now I'm caught up. I'm
Yeah,
caught up.
it's
Holy
October
shit.
24th.
All that.
You were
all that
freaking.
teleportation.
You were
was
freaking
really-
me out. I'm like,
You're like, oh God.
what year is
Wow.
it? You're like Robin Williams when he gets pulled out of Jumanji.
What year
What
is it? Who's
year is it?
president?
So, the second to last trailer we're going to be talking about, a little thing called Daddy's Home.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, I barely remember this trailer at all.
Will
Wait.
Ferrell and Mark.
Yeah.
That's the first trailer we've all watched together that I actually lolled.
You did laugh at the trailer. I think whenever he threw the
also
basketball at the
chuckled
cheerleader's
slightly at
face.
Yeah, Brian also laughed, which has never happened.
I've laughed at a couple trailers. There were a couple of amusing little parts. in there.
Non-ironically,
Yeah.
Brian laughed at this
I
trailer.
did.
I do think that Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell have pretty good chemistry.
They
like
do.
other guys was really
It was
funny.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
So I would give this movie a shot.
Yeah, it does look like a really formulaic, kind of big budget comedy.
Yeah, it's like what can you do within those walls?
But
kind of thing.
it's like it seemed like those jokes landed. So cool.
So I didn't know this from watching the trailer. I guess I was just not paying attention all that much, but I didn't know Will Ferrell was the stepdad.
yeah.
I thought Mark Wahlberg was the stepdad because like the new young stud stepdad was coming in to steal the show, but no, like Mark Wahlberg was like the
Yeah.
rock star dad who
that's
failed.
well, that's why he's coming back because he's the biological father, and
See,
See,
yeah, now
that's-
it makes more sense to me. I thought like, why would the biological father be picking up the stepdad?
And,
I was on the same boat as you. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
But now that I think about it, it makes more sense. I would go and see this one in theaters.
and Lindsay from Freaks and Geeks is Will Ferrell's wife.
yeah,
Yes, Linda.
She's been in a lot of stuff lately.
Linda Cardellini.
fucking Age of Ultron.
Yes, she was.
That was-
she was in Mad Men briefly.
And there's two like
Madman?
Mad Men.
there's two B actors in this that I really love. One of them is Thomas Hayden Church from Sideways. The guy is great.
Yeah, I like that guy.
And then Paul Scheer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
The guy is funny. Look,
Yeah.
Paul Scheer looks like he has a quick cameo part,
yeah.
but I'm still on board. So yeah, I would definitely go and see this one in theaters. It looks funny. It looks really funny.
Mhm.
And then the biggest trailer in the history of trailers
Yes.
was released on Monday.
So, how many records do you guys think this movie's going to break?
It will be the highest grossing movie of all time. Will it be the highest, like, critically acclaimed movie of all time?
No.
You don't think it will?
There's no fucking way.
Will the
Like,
movie cause
Popcorn movies are never the most critically acclaimed.
There's virtually no way it's going to be number one on the IMDb movie list.
Oh,
well, that's fan voted.
That's fan voted.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's
that
fan
doesn't
voted.
Count.
I would say there is a chance it will be the number one rated movie on IMDb.
Okay,
Just-
you're right.
Just
Sure,
because
but
all
you're-
the
I
hype
guess-
ratings are going to get
I'm
the
saying
thing to
like
number
actual critics. Like it's not going to be like the highest rated Metacritic.
How about
movie
this?
Of the
Yeah,
year.
I was gonna say, where do you think it'll land on the Metacritic score?
75.
Really, you think that low?
That's pretty good.
I'm thinking more Rotten Tomatoes. It's going to be
What did-
89, 88.
Yeah, sure. That's
what
fair.
did Avatar get on Metacritic? It got like a.
like 70 something?
Did it really? I thought it got
by
like
the
a-
time it was done, because you
Oh.
get the initial glut,
Okay.
and then everybody weighs in. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was like not as high as you would think.
Interesting.
Avatar on Metacritic got an 83.
See, okay,
I would
low
certain-
80s.
I would
yeah, okay,
certainly-
so around there.
Okay.
I'll say around there, but it's not going to be like I don't know. I can't even think of an example right now. Like,
Of what?
what's a movie that all critics?
No
Dark
Country
Knight.
for Old Men.
Sure, that's probably in the 90s.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
really
something-
hope that this movie scores better than Avatar.
I'll tell you what. I
Yeah,
think
because I don't like Avatar.
my approximation for the critic reception of Star Wars is going to be whatever the new Star Trek got. I think it'll be the same as
Which
that.
is probably around 80. Yeah.
No Country for Old Men on Metacritic got a 91.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're not going to get up in the 90s with a popcorn movie. It's not going to happen.
What if this is the time?
Well, that'd be fantastic.
do you know
but
what?
It's not going to happen.
I'll say this: if there were a popcorn flick to do that, and something that is nothing more than a popcorn flick, there's not a lot of subtext
Yeah.
here. Well, it would be this
Probably.
because of
Or Star Trek is actually a great example.
yeah.
Because there's actually a lot of stuff to play with there in terms of themes. And,
I think so. Star Wars though has permeated our culture in a way that very few other things have.
yeah.
So I think it's extremely possible that as long as this hits on all the notes, even the most cynical of critics might just be like, it's good, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that people will be the most critical about this movie because it's Star Wars. I think that they're like, there's so much writing on this phenomenon
Yeah.
that if they don't get it right, people will tear this movie apart.
Well, I don't know. Like, Phantom Menace was actually well received at first.
Yeah, it wasn't until afterwards
Yeah.
that everyone's like,
It's kind of like we were just so excited about
excited
it,
to have
and
it
then we
back.
saw it, and
Yeah.
then after a while we were like, shit, that wasn't really good, was it?
Yeah.
I was super excited about it at the time, but I was like
I was too.
10.
I'll admit, I think Darth Maul was fucking awesome.
Darth Maul,
Was not used correctly.
Yeah, he was underutilized.
Yeah.
can I,
He's not dead. Everyone knows that, right?
we're going all over the place. So, there was there's a great, like, 2 videos right now by, can't remember his name. There's a YouTuber who made What If Star Wars Episode 1 Were Good.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
He made like a 15, 16 minute long video that was like, oh shit, that would have been amazing. And then he did episode 2, Darth Maul survives. Darth Maul basically stays as the villain. Fuck. Like that
Yeah.
would
Would have been so easy to do.
The key to making it good was essentially picking a main character for
And
the movie.
sticking
yeah.
with it and making it feel less disjointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, is it Obi-Wan?
Also,
Is
like,
it Anakin?
less Jar Jar Binks?
or none.
Not enough.
New nickname
Just-
for Jareth. Jar Jar
Just
Binks.
go all in on Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks becomes a Jedi.
Oh God.
I
Where's
saw-
that? Where's that movie?
I saw one of the top comments on a Reddit thread about Battlefront was like, EA should have
the Gungan fight.
yeah, Jar Jar Binks as one of the hero characters. And all of your special attacks are just fucking shit up, but you actually murder everyone
Yeah.
by fucking shit up.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
All right. So yep. Star
that-
Wars Force Awakens trailer, the biggest trailer of all time. Within 30 minutes, it had 4 million views.
Yeah.
And actually, our breakdown of the trailer, we did on our YouTube channel. We didn't just do a reaction. We actually broke it down picture by picture. A lot of stuff people didn't pick up on that. Like at the very end, whenever we see Finn about to fight Kylo Ren,
He's not wearing a mask.
he's not wearing his mask.
Yeah.
So we actually are going to get to see Kylo Ren without his mask on. And
Can
we
we-
do know it's Adam Driver.
Okay, yeah.
So
gonna say,
all the
there's-
people out there saying that Luke Skywalker is secretly Kylo Ren.
Thank you.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, how do you know we're not just going to only see the back of his head? He takes off his mask and all we see is like this.
Just that hair.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'm only a little embarrassed to say that watching that trailer for the first time got me kind of emotional.
I'm not. I
So
got teary-eyed.
okay, cool. So like in particular, seeing Han Solo say that the Jedi are real,
Yeah.
that everything that happened is true. Oh shit, that was cool.
That's an interesting part of the trailer because it leads people to believe that there are people out there who are no, there's no way that this magical story could not have happened. And he's like, no, it happened.
Which
I was
totally
there.
makes sense, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you would, especially like in that universe, there's so many different places and locations, and you would almost think of it as like a tall tale.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much information.
Especially if the Empire still has a presence anywhere near you.
Right.
So do you think that like where they're picking up, like where you see like the TIE fighters and the stormtroopers fighting, that it's just the rebels wiping out the last remnant of the Galactic Empire?
I'm thinking it's probably another Return of the Sith thing.
Can I kind of sidestep the question
Go.
and say that I love that I still kind of don't really know what this movie is about.
Nobody knows what this.
Yeah, I would rather not.
Yeah, I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm really glad. Like I was avoiding content for the movie for a while until I remembered, oh, J.J. Abrams does not like really revealing anything from.
And it's not like with another movie you're trying to sell, so you put the jokes or the big scenes in the trailer. You're gonna sell tickets.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
really worried about that.
This movie sold itself the moment it was announced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Dicer, who's a movie critic, him and I were actually talking last night on our way to the poker game. Do you think that movies need trailers anymore?
No.
Because he was telling me, like, back in the day, like, whenever Hitchcock was, like, doing his movies, his trailers were actors talking about their experience working on the movie. There was no clips from the movie. There was, like, a really brief synopsis of, like, what the movie was about, and then the actors and actresses actually saying, like, I had a great time working on this movie. Alfred Hitchcock was remarkable. This is like one of the best movies I've ever worked on. And
There
that's
was no
what sold-
woman that said that, correct?
Yeah, there was no woman.
Because
So-
from what I understand.
Now that you bring it up, I guess trailers are a pretty antiquated method of selling a movie, aren't they?
We have trailers for trailers now. Like leading up to this Star Wars Force Awakens, there was actually 6 or 7 trailers on YouTube leading up to watch Monday Night Football for the Star Wars trailer.
Which this is why we're kind of stuck with trailers, is because
They
we're
perpetuate themselves?
yeah.
Do you prefer these trailers that we have today, or do you prefer the Don LaFontaine trailers, like from back in the 90s? The In a World.
Yeah, this is better than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think we could do some more in a worlds where everything is in a world all of its own.
Yeah.
Hashtag in a world.
Hashtag In a World.
In a world where a man drinks coffee.
Yeah.
One
So
man
this
had
one-
a dream.
Actually,
The story of John Starbucks.
yeah. Is that really John Starbucks? I was like, there's no way that's true, but then again, it is Seattle.
I just like the idea of everybody who owns a company has to have that last name.
I enjoy that idea too.
Like, hi, I'm Frank Vizio.
Hello, I'm Ralph Kmart.
Peter Microsoft.
All right, guys, I think it's time for the Fairbairn forecast.
Hey,
Let everybody know what you got. Something real quick.
just real quick,
Go for it.
while we're in between segments, I thought of a thing you can play
What's that?
and something your computer could run.
Oh,
Undertale.
Undertale.
Please tell me you haven't seen any Let's Plays or anything.
Never heard of it.
Please don't. It's like a $10 game.
Okay.
Play Undertale. It's very in the style of kind of I don't know how much JRPGs you played, of like the kind of top down. In the style of that, I would recommend it to Brian. Brian would enjoy this
And
game.
it's only $10.
It is $10.
I like that.
It is some of the best writing I've seen. I laughed. I got angry.
He cried like a baby.
I didn't. I got a little teary eyed, but
He cried like a baby.
this is with very simple graphics. One fucking guy made this game. And it is currently, I think, one of the highest reviewed games on Steam.
So,
Wow, I do have Steam.
I
so-
also have Steam.
I lost
The only thing
Steam.
the only thing I will tell you, just to save you time, don't fight anything until the very end.
Don't fight.
That's
just
it.
Run away.
It's a very particular way that the combat works in the game.
Okay.
Unless you feel like fucking shit up, but it's a very interesting
Combat
concept
is
for-
my very least favorite part of RPGs. So
This game,
That
every
one.
time a random battle happened in this game, I was excited.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's cool.
All right. So.
Undertale.
OpenTale.
Undertale.
Undertale. I'll have to write it down. I'll
Undertale.
forget.
I'll text it to you.
Cool. All right, let's move on now to the Fairbairn forecast. There are 5 new movies in theaters this week that you can go and see. Only one of them is good. So, yeah.
So there is one movie in theaters that you can see.
One movie you can go and see is Vin Diesel's film The Last Witch Hunter
Okay.
with Elijah Wood and Michael Caine.
Is that the good one?
It is not the good one.
That's not the good one, Jareth.
Another movie you can go and see is Paranormal 17.
I'm not even going to ask if that's the good one.
No, it's not the good one.
It's actually like Paranormal 5, right?
It's either 5 or 6. I can't remember.
Ugh.
Irrelevant.
Another movie is Bill Murray's film Rock the Casbah. And it's actually, surprisingly, that's the lowest rated movie on the list.
That's disappointing.
8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
What the hell?
Because
Yeah.
I feel like if you just put a camera on Bill Murray for 2 hours,
Something
it'd
will
be
happen.
very amusing.
People are saying this is his worst film ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Garfield?
No, they're saying worse than Garfield.
That's bad.
Yeah. Another movie is if you have a 12-year-old daughter, apparently she is going to love the film Jim and the Holograms. It's about a
None
high
of us
school
have a
girl.
12-year-old daughter.
It's about a high school girl whose father dies, and his last wish is that she becomes a successful rock star.
Wait, is that based on...
She's not an interplanetary fuck off.
No, it is based on the TV show, the old cartoon.
That is a blast from the past.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
very good either.
The good movie you can go and see in theaters is Danny Boyle and Aaron Sorkin's film, Steve Jobs.
Oh.
Starring Michael Fassbender as Steve Jobs.
I've heard weird things about that.
Yeah. Well, it's about 4 different times in his life. I think it's the launch of like the first Macintosh computer, the launch of the iPhone, and the launch of the iPad, and I think like the relaunch of like the MacBook, something like that. It's just like 4 conventions, I think, like what he was dealing with leading up to those.
Kind of the times that he was most iconic, basically.
I'm pretty sure that's what I heard the movie was about. I'm going to go and see it probably tomorrow or something.
So, how many years does it span?
Like 30 or something like
God, I
that.
hate it when they do that.
Really?
If I'm seeing a biographical motion picture, I want it in the vein of Lincoln. I want it focused in
Yeah.
a short
Dude,
time
Lincoln-
period where you can actually dig your heels in. I don't want 20 minutes on several different.
Well, yeah, but
Lincoln
you can
was
get
so
the same
fucking
actor
good.
with old
Yeah, it
man
was.
face.
Lincoln was really good.
It was really good.
Well,
The reason that Lincoln was good too,
Daniel Day-Lewis.
of course, but Lincoln was advertised like a Forrest Gump, but it
Yes.
ended up being
Nothing like that at all.
nothing like
Yeah.
that. It was a very slow, methodical.
Because it was able to,
also-
to spend time in that, like, and develop everything.
and then
And that movie
surprisingly,
was like 3 days long, but I didn't
Yeah.
care.
yeah. Also surprisingly morally ambiguous, which you don't
Yeah.
expect from
No, you do not.
a major
A movie
motion
about
picture
Abraham
like that.
Lincoln
no,
also.
man, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Speaking of morally ambiguous, I guess that's why people are really enjoying Steve Jobs, is because it's not like showing this legendary man who is great. Like, apparently he's really shitty. He's a really shitty person.
Well,
and this,
he did bring us a lot of Apple products.
yeah.
Thank you. I didn't want to say it since he's dead, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to get us burned down.
Yeah.
But
no,
I
like,
have some strong opinions.
Yeah. No, like it talks about like I guess the movie talks about like the child labor and like how
Wow.
and apparently like I didn't know this. He had a daughter he refused to recognize as his own.
Jesus.
And like the entire movie, he's like to the little girl's face, "You're not my daughter." And like apparently that's like going on in the movie. So
Hashtag iTurd.
hashtag iTurd. I'm not gonna lie, I love Apple products.
I thought you were going to say
Ooh.
hashtag you're not my daughter.
Hashtag you're not my daughter.
Like I love my iPhone and my iPad. I love them.
Boo.
But
Oh, what's this? Oh, Android?
yeah.
Pretty great.
What's
Links up
this?
with my,
Black. I
my
can't
Goo-
even.
my
You
Google
gotta- you
account.
have-
Black. I have
What
a
do you
phone.
Wait, what is that?
It's
Is
a
that-
fucking BlackBerry.
It's a fucking BlackBerry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I have an honest question, and I'm not just this. I'm not baiting you or anything of that nature. Currently, are BlackBerry products still made? Like, are there new BlackBerry products?
Yeah, there are. There are.
Okay. I didn't know. I honestly did not know. I had a BlackBerry once.
I liked my first
I
BlackBerry.
thought you were going to ask me what year, but
What year did you have a BlackBerry?
2005, I think.
That's roughly when I got my.
Yeah, is it the same one? No, that has a touchscreen.
No, not this one. The
Yeah.
first BlackBerry I ever
Yeah.
had. It was like the one with like little rolly ball thing, and it
Jared,
had like a
Jared,
holster.
Yeah.
Jared is a
Rollerball.
dedicated BlackBerry man.
I get them on the cheap, so
It's like Jareth. I just imagine Jareth going around like, yeah, you know, are you on BlackBerry Messenger? Or like going around like, yeah, I'll just put it in my Palm Pilot. No big deal.
no, it's hard to be a BlackBerry fanboy.
You just
'Cause
hit me up
people are
on
like,
like,
yeah.
later.
Just go grab the app. I'm like, I have a BlackBerry. I have the phone app.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Oh,
can't.
boy.
I can't do my banking online.
So you literally can do nothing on that phone.
But
Well,
can you text?
I can text and I can go on the internet.
Can you play Snake?
I'd probably have to download it, and I don't know that there's one for BlackBerry.
you'd have to get the Snake app.
Man,
What?
And they're all built for iOS. And
my old
Android.
Razor had Snake and
Snake
Tetris.
was like the best game for cell phones.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Why? I mean, so are you actually dedicated to BlackBerry? Or
Not at all. Not
Is
at
this
all.
out of necessity at this point?
I get them like for nothing.
Well, yeah, okay.
So
All right.
I'm just making sure. This would have been way more fascinating if you were like, no, I fucking love BlackBerry.
well, I do. I'm just trying to protect myself from your criticisms.
Okay.
All right. So, are we ready to play IMDb Idiots?
Who's
Idiots.
hosting this week?
I am because I won last week.
Yeah, he
Excellent.
kicked your ass. Remember, Joanna Man.
Yeah.
So are you able to use your BlackBerry to look up stuff? Or?
Yes, but not as quickly as you.
Okay.
So give me a second.
Yeah, hold on. He's
While
got a
you're
rolly
doing
ball
that,
with a
I will
cursor.
go over what IMDb Idiots is for all of our new listeners. Hello, new listeners. What IMDb Idiots is I'm going to list off facts about a film, television show, or a video game, and the three gentlemen with me have to guess what I am talking about. The first to three correct answers wins. The catch is they only get one guess, and if they guess wrong, then they have to wait until everybody else goes, and then if everybody else is wrong, then they get to come back in.
I wonder if Jared's. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
If I beat you guys on a BlackBerry, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
You
now
should
I
commit
actually
ritual
feel a lot of
suicide.
pressure. I don't know.
The first medium we are talking about is a film.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Directed and written by Deborah Chow. Chow.
Is it a DEBRA?
Deborah.
Oh,
Deborah.
I don't know.
Is it CHOW or CHO?
CHOW.
Okay.
Like eating.
Chow, yeah.
Chow.
Last hint I will give you, it stars Zach Braff.
Is it the high cost of living?
It is.
Boom!
I was not going to get that.
No, that was never going to happen, only because of what I was looking at.
Jareth just blackberried the hell out of us.
Have you guys
Hashtag
seen that
Blackberry.
movie?
No.
No.
It's a really good movie. So Zach Braff is driving home drunk one night when he runs over. Oh, okay. I'll tell you this. It's an extremely depressing movie. Takes place in Montreal, so in your backyard, Jareth. So, he's driving home drunk one night and he runs over a pregnant woman. The pregnant woman loses the baby and he drives. It's a hit and run. So he finds out that he accidentally killed this baby. So he befriends this woman, never telling her that he is the guy who run her over, and he becomes her best friend. And at the end of the movie, he's like, "Yeah, I'm the one who killed your baby."
Yeah, why doesn't everyone? What is there? There should be somebody out there that just doesn't tell the person in movies like that. Oh, it should be noted that other than Montreal, Jareth's other backyard is Narnia. Okay.
Yes.
So does Zach Braff have a lot of internal monologues during it where he's kind of funny?
Nope. Nope.
And there's
Then
like,
I want nothing to do with it.
there's like music that was popular in like 2004 that's playing.
Yes.
Yes,
background.
that yes.
The next medium is also a film directed by Henry Koster, Koster, and it stars James Stewart.
Wait, Koster?
Koster.
He directed it.
Yes.
Oh, good God. 49.
No.
It says 49 films is how many
Oh,
he directed.
okay.
Not that wasn't my guess.
Okay.
I'm just saying
Just saying stuff.
we have a lot to pick through.
But it says it stars
Um,
James Stewart.
Okay, I mean that should be.
Mr. Hobbs takes a vacation.
Nope.
Damn it.
Is James Stewart in that?
Yeah,
Can you give us a little more on it?
For sure.
I shouldn't have.
It's written by Mary Chase from the Pulitzer Prize winning play.
Well, oh, it's Harvey.
It is hard.
Balls. I was just looking at Harvey and being like, I don't want to guess it.
Would have been a little quicker if you were working with Mike's technology. You probably would have had that.
Well, no, this came down to my computing power, not its.
Have you
computing
seen that
power.
movie, Andrew?
Harvey, I have. It's right over there. It's really good. I was actually in that play.
Oh,
Yep.
very interesting.
High school. Alrighty. The next medium we are going to be talking about is a video game.
Uh-oh.
Shit, and I'm already shut out.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know. You've gotten every video game that's come up.
I
think
anytime
I
we're
have.
here.
I don't even know how.
So
Here's how it works. Andrew says a Japanese name.
And you just pick a random title because
Yeah.
fuck it.
nope. It is directed by Eric Nyland.
Does not sound.
Oh, I already know who that is.
How's that spelled?
Nylund.
Is it Eric with a C?
Eric, yes. And
Gears of War.
it is Gears of War.
Mike has
Wow,
two.
that's ballsy because it could have been two
Could have
or
been like
three.
anything.
Yeah.
It also could have been Halo Reach, apparently.
No,
Or The Unmaking.
That's where I knew his name from.
Was Gears.
Yeah.
You didn't even let me say like
Mike
John
has two,
John
Jared has
DiMaggio.
one. I don't have anything.
All right, so the next medium is a film.
Okay.
It is directed by, come on, Irvin Kershner. Irvin Kershner.
Empire Strikes Back.
It is Empire Strikes Back.
Damn it!
I watched that last night.
Yeah, you should watch that every night.
I wish it was RoboCop 2 instead.
What a weird resume.
So the next medium we are going to be talking about is a television show.
I think this is the longest we've gone on one of these.
It's 2-1-1. Mike's in the driver's seat, though.
I sure am.
That just means we're both gunning for him.
Yeah.
So
Just like Zach Braff.
I hope one of you guys doesn't get the lightning bolt.
the creator of the
Got a green
show
shell. I've got to aim very carefully.
is Michael Allen Spiller and Bill Lawrence.
Scrubs?
It is Scrubs.
Okay.
Fuck.
Wow, what the hell?
You didn't even look that up.
Bill Lawrence. That's the only thing I know that Bill Lawrence. No, he did Spin City
Yep.
Shit.
also.
All
All
right.
right, Jareth.
Woo!
I've got to get at least up one more, right?
You're getting hashtag blackberried.
I feel like that's something you call like if somebody bruises your testicles.
Yeah.
Like he blackberried me.
Do you feel like that a little bit, though?
Little.
Hashtag blackberried.
All right. The next media is a film
Dun dun dun.
directed by none other than Clint Eastwood.
Well, this is going to be a pretty...
Is it $1 Million Baby?
It is not.
Damn it!
Oh, that
I
was
just picked
ballsy, though,
That
Jared.
was very ballsy.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Mike and I both have two, and I don't feel like I can just spurt something off with no clue.
Well,
because
there's only
if
3
I'm
other
wrong,
choices.
Mike will just get it right. Yeah.
What?
That's
Only 3 other choices. The man's directed like 30 films.
38 movies.
What?
Jared.
Yeah.
Oh well,
It's.
yeah.
I know your BlackBerry doesn't. It probably like it does. Were you
I just
even on
did the-
IMDb, or are you just like
I just
Are
did
using
the immediate list that it
BlackBerry
gives you.
search
Oh.
engine?
It gives you the
Google.
known for, and it's not all of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's directed a shit ton of movies. The movie does star, however, also in $1 Million Baby, Morgan Freeman.
oh crap, and I know it now.
Invictus.
Nope.
Oh, damn it!
shit!
Isn't he in that movie?
Yes, he is.
Oh, then I didn't know it. Yay!
It's just wide open for Mike to win now. Because he will. I mean, he can just sit there until you give him 20 clues, can't he?
He only gets one more clue.
Oh, he only gets a third clue.
Yeah, give me that
we
fucking
never make
third.
it. We never make it to 3.
Give me that fucking third clue.
It also stars Saul Rubinek.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
SaulRubinek.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get it.
Oh, Unforgiven.
It is Unforgiven.
Oh.
Michael Boykin wins!
That was a good game.
I'm gonna kill him now.
I mean, for not as for Jareth as much, but
It started out really
it started
good for
out
me.
great for Jareth.
Yes.
Damn it! I
With-
shouldn't have just banked on Unforgiven. Wait, I mean,
You should
$1 Million
$1
Baby. You should have
Baby.
banked
Now
on
that the-
Unforgiven.
I know. I've just
Now
been
that the
like-
game's over, you can put your stylus back up, Jareth.
Because that was one of the like 3 that were on the immediate list.
Has anybody made a Palm Pilot joke yet?
Yeah, I did earlier.
Damn it.
I could not help myself.
I was gonna do it.
I
but- okay.
pilot myself with my poem.
Oh, no. That's not. No.
You could have done something with stylus there too.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
Guys, I
Yeah.
really think we need to wrap this up.
Please.
It's probably for the best.
All right. Thank you to everybody for listening to episode 56 of the Flick Freak podcast. If you want to find us on all forms of social media, you can find us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, all of those at /FlickFreaks. If you want to buy some apparel, you can head over to shop.spreadshirt.com/FlickFreaks. Buy a shirt, buy a mug, buy a phone case, buy a tablet case, buy whatever the fuck you want. Just give me your money! We will find
Yes.
you guys on the next podcast or in the next media that we put out. Until then, thank you for listening and Godspeed.
Hashtag Godspeed.